Hello everybody and welcome to my personal profile. My name's Linda Wood, if you don't know me, excuse me, and I'm a coach, particularly specialising in confidence and mindset issues, helping people to make changes in their life. And I also do some business consultancy around change management because that's very area of strength in my background. So what I'm going to cover with you today is about change and reaching for success in your life, because that's what I want to help people get to a better place and do more for themselves and be happy and so on. So my title for this presentation is How Badly Do You Want This? Okay, because that's a really key question. At the end of the presentation, it's only going to be about 5 minutes, I hope. At the end of it, I'm going to cover 3 main questions that you need to ask yourself before deciding whether or not you're actually going to go for it and make the change that you need. So, first of all, I will run through a simple process that we all go through. It's kind of like a change cycle and the way that we can talk ourselves out of making any big changes to the way that we run our lives. So, the first bit to understand is that our whole mindset and our brain is geared to keeping us safe and keeping us where we are now, because that's in our comfort zone and we're surviving and we're okay, aren't we? Everything's fine. But what happens is you might get that growing sense of agitation. You might feel discontent with your lot and know that something isn't right and you do need to do something about it, but not know really where to start. And it can be very difficult to do that. So what we tend to do is kind of talk ourselves out of it pretty much, and avoid making those changes until gradually it can start building up and it becomes almost a pain. It becomes a real, almost physical or emotional pain, something that we can't avoid anymore. And it's not always from within. It can be external forces that make us need to respond and take action to make a change in our lives. So when that happens, it's building up. It could be something physically wrong with us. It could be, that we've got to be changing our address. We've got to move. We need to get more money in. Anything that is going to make us have to respond and do something about it if we're no longer safe, for example. So we have to respond. And what happens is this pressure and this pain builds up until you reach what's kind of called a breaking point, really. And you have to make a decision. Yes, I am going to do something about this. That's it. That's the final straw. I'm going to do this. And we make that decision. But it's scary. Sometimes it's really scary to make any big changes in our lives, isn't it? And this can lead to sort of a feeling of anxiety. And what happens then is our brain is telling us, oh, it's not safe to make this change. Are you sure about this? Is this a good thing to do or isn't it? And what can happen is you start unpicking that pain, if you like. You think, well, actually, maybe it's not so bad after all. Why do I need to really do this? Oh, perhaps it'll be fine. It's all going to work itself out. It'll be fine in the long run. I'm over-exaggerating this situation. Something will happen. We'll be all right. And you ignore it. So you kind of backtrack on your decision. However motivated you were to make that change, you might suddenly be thinking, no, actually, no, I won't do that now. No, there's no need. I don't need to do that. Oh, look, that's fine. And what your brain does, your reticular activating system, is looking for reasons to back up your decision. It's telling you, no, that is fine, actually. Yeah, look, if you'd made that change, this would have gone wrong and that would have gone wrong. And, oh, look, that's all fine. So your brain is feeding you the information that it thinks that you want to reinforce that it's right for you to stay as you are, stay in that comfort zone. So really be aware of this if you're going through changes in your life, that you are going to get lots and lots of things that you notice that kind of saying, oh no, you shouldn't be doing that. So you go right the way round the circle again and you go back to a point where you're back where you started and you're not going to go through with it. Okay, so you stay where you are until it starts building up again. And that's what happens. It gradually builds up until again you get that stimulus and you have to do something about it. And this keeps happening. It keeps happening. So you make your decision, then you get scared and anxious about it, then you might start getting that amnesia again and you backtrack. all the way around until really, really it's serious this time and you have no choice. You're forced to move ahead. So when it gets to that point, it's time for some extreme self-honesty, okay? So you really do need to ask yourself some questions. So really being clear about what you're unhappy with. What is it that needs to change? Define that, write it down, put boundaries around it so you've really, really sorted out with that. You know what your objective is, what your goal is around this change. And you can ask your questions like, well, what if I do? If I do make this change, what will all the benefits be? What if I don't? What will all the disadvantages be? And you can weigh these up, and you can do it the other way around as well. What would the disadvantages be if I do it? What would the benefits be if I stay the same? And you should find that making the change is the way forward. It's going to have more benefits than not. So then you have that choice. You've got the choice to make and you go for it, okay? So this applies to all kinds of situations. It can be changing job, moving house, relationship issues and so on. About getting healthier and fitter, anything in life. It's your choice and your decision. So the 3 top questions that I would leave to end this bit of the section is really, really think about what is the pain. Define what the pain is really, really clearly. And is changing better than sticking as you are? If you can say yes to that, then you've got the motivation to actually stick with it, and you can keep reminding yourself of that issue, okay? And then you've got to ask yourself another question. Is your will to change greater than your instincts to stay the same, okay? Are they stronger than your excuses? Is your will to change it stronger? So that's the 3 questions, and I'll pop those in the little bit, or probably in the comments actually. But if you're stuck and you feel like you do need to make a change and you want help, it might be just to get clarity around what it is that you need to change in your life. It might be something to help you get more confidence so that you can move through that change, or get the support and accountability to do that. Then you know where I am. Message me and we can hop on a call and get to the bottom of how I might be able to help you. And I've also got the group Get a Balanced Life that you'll be very welcome to join. Lots of support and inspiration there. An absolutely great group of women, very supportive of each other in there, and we do talk about a lot of these issues as well. So do hop on and get in touch with me if I can help you. And for those of you, thanks very much, those that are watching. I haven't been sort of responding to comments there, but I can see we've got Karen, Valerie, Deepthi, Tracy, and a guy, sorry I can't remember your name there, but thanks for watching, all of you, and do pop comments in if you've got any questions around change or staying the same. Then pop them in the comments too, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching and have a great day. All right, bye.